going to ask Lindsay to help us out with some announcements. Before I do, I think everybody deserves a little explanation as to what's going on with this little thing up here. The other church that we share with in the morning, you realize that maybe that projector had not been serving us any longer, so they thought it would be nice to put up a regular, screen, and they're right. Problem is that once you put it on that wall, it looks a lot smaller than you think it does when you're looking at it in a box. So we're going to talk to them about maybe being able to make it a little bigger. Unless, of course, you've got some super duper miraculous powers to extend that where it stands. We're going to be asking that everybody do a little something special to help us to get a bigger one, because that one's nice, but not quite large enough for us to see it at a distance. So we'll either go back to another projector, which Teresa was kind enough to lend us one, or we'll get a bigger screen. So either way, we're grateful for what the other church is doing to help us, to buy some of these things and put them together for us, and we share them. So want to show our appreciation to them, and at the same time, maybe we can do something a little more. So we'll be looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks again to all those who helped. Cicero, thank you for your talents on the drums.
Amen.
And thank you, Sebastian, because you're quite the vocalist and a very talented musician. As another shameless plug for Sebastian, this will have completed your first year over at Douglas Anderson, which is an arts-based school. So congratulations on that as well.
Amen.
Now again, if you were here at the very onset, I did tell you that Mike Hyman will be sharing with us. Mike's a wonderful man, and I hope you've prepared your heart just to hear what the Lord would encourage us with. But before he comes, I do want to say how much we appreciate you, Mike. You and Teresa are some of the most constant and faithful Christian people that Mary and I know. And we respect you and appreciate you very much, especially how you've blessed us here as a body. Speaking of respect, let's show a little bit up for Lindsay, who's going to help us out with the announcements.
All right.
That's hard to follow, Mike, I know.
This is just sad. Isn't this like when you were sitting down? Okay, I'm gonna read these now. Okay. Early voting is open. Please vote your biblical values. It can be difficult to know for whom to vote. But with the Internet voter guides and the inward guidance of the Spirit, you can do it. One resource is a voter guide. And there you go, click on the resources. Also, seriously, just pray about it. So, guides aren't anything, God is. Okay, praise by Teresa and prayer on Wednesday at 5.
Amen.
Anything else? Adult Sunday School, the awesome Roots of Righteousness study continues Sunday morning at 9:30 at Claire's home.
Amen.
Coffee and conversation. Who's leading it? Is that
Miss Bates.
Miss Cat Bates?
Bates, she sounds
The
excited.
unsinkable Miss Cat Bates. Absolutely wonderful.
I just facilitated.
Facilitate.
We
The
have
facilitating cat.
some awesome discussions
Amen.
happening.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, it does.
I do have to sit down in order to get. Mike's got one of those, so I'm just going to crank it up here. There we go. But I do want to say something. I was telling Claire earlier, I don't get to go to the Sunday morning Bible studies as much as I'd like, because I'm kind of scrambling to finish preparation and everything for Sunday morning myself. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was thinking, my gosh, why am I that kind of person that no matter how much time you give me, I still am up doing whatever I'm doing until the very last minute. I don't know what it is, and I wish I could change it, but I'm kind of wired that way. So if you wouldn't mind, if there's anybody else that no matter how much time you're given to complete a project, you seem to be cramming at the last minute, could I see your hand, just so I can feel like it's not just me. Yeah, I'm just wired that way. You can give me 2 days to finish a 3-hour project, and I will still be nitpicking it at the very last minute to be sure it's just the way I want it. So that's the way it is with messages. You know, there's always something you could stick in there, something you could change, say differently. So no matter how much time you've given to it, it just never seems like you can get it done until the very last minute. And even then, you're like, gosh, I wish I could do a few little other things different. But nonetheless, I was telling Claire this morning how much I appreciate the opportunity to be at the Bible study together.
Amen.
Because I've always told Claire, you know, even if you look scripturally, there are gifts in the body, and one of those is hospitality.
Yes.
And, you know, those of us who
Yes.
don't have that gift, we recognize it in those who
Yes.
do. And
Yes.
so, you know, even the people that do have it, they're like, oh, it's nothing, you know, and you're like, it's something, because that would just aggravate me, you know. People coming in, she's like, just come in whenever you can.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she'll just leave the door unlocked, and whenever you get there is fine, just open up the door, and you're like, I already am aggravated because, you know, it's supposed to start at a certain time and everybody's not there, and then you just come in my house whenever you want, you know? And she's like, got coffee and cookies, and just help yourself, you know? And it's a gift, and she doesn't recognize it. She's like, oh, it's nothing. But for those of us who don't have the gift, I can assure you, it really is. But not only that, she makes you feel welcome, and that's enough about Claire, because I do want to just say, it's not really just that. What it really is that there is such depth of experience, Christian experience, that is represented in a
Amen.
group of people.
Amen.
And not just the kind of depth of Christian experience like I went to Bible school kind of experience,
Amen.
but the kind of experience that I've been through the hard knocks of life, and I've come out knowing God is faithful. And that's the kind of experience that really, if you just sit and listen to people when they pour out their heart about
Yes.
what they've seen God be faithful to do in their life, it just builds your faith. Just to
Yes.
see that God's been faithful in these people's lives, and still is, while they're going through issues with children and family and all this stuff. But they're not saying, oh, where is God in it all? They're saying, God's right here in the middle of it, and I'm just helping him to facilitate that relationship with them that he wants. And it's just excellent. So I would encourage you, if you have the opportunity, make a special effort. Claire's home is always a wonderful place to be, but it's always wonderful to be with a lot of these good people who have been through a lot in life and still claim, you know, the same victory and still see God to be faithful
Amen.
and encourage others in that
Yes.
faithfulness. So it's a good place to be. Well, I've already primed you a little bit for Mike, so I'm encouraged, and I don't want you to necessarily overestimate his oratory experiences as much as just respect that he's been faithful, as I've said before. And in that faithfulness, he and his family have experienced. They have 3 children, and maybe he'll share a little bit about that. If he does, great. If not, know that he's been through everything that 3 adult children can put you through. And he and Teresa have been faithful all the while. So we love them and
Yes.
appreciate them, and ask that you give them a warm welcome as he comes up. Bless you.
Amen. Yes.